already know it didn't come in, so it's not a surprise. Yeah, I'm talking about rent. You felt it before you ever checked. That moment where you open your phone and already know what you're about to see. Nothing. No notifications, no payment. Same as yesterday. And the part nobody really pays attention to is this doesn't feel serious yet. It just feels like something that'll get handled. So you give it a little space. Not in a big way, just enough. You check again later, still nothing. Same situation, just sitting there. It doesn't feel urgent and it doesn't feel like something that you need to jump in immediately. So it stays where it is. Time moves on, you follow up. Yeah, I got you, I'll send it. You've heard that before. And it lands in the same middle space. Nothing really shifted yet. Not handled, not ignored, just there. You check again. Still open. Now it feels slightly different. Not worse, just not the same as it was in the beginning. Actually, real quick, think about this. Have you ever rented before you became a landlord? You ever catch yourself watching other tenants without even trying to? Just noticing what people are doing, what nobody is saying and what they are saying. What seems completely fine. You weren't thinking about rules in the moment. You were watching what actually happened. That's what people move on. You come back to your situation, and now the timing feels different. Same words coming back, but they don't land the same way. You're not just hearing what's being said anymore, you're watching how it moves because something's off. You'll see it play out differently depending on who you're dealing with. One person keeps everything moving, updates, explanations, always something coming through. Another fades, slowly replies. Now you're the one reaching. Another stays right in the middle, just enough to keep it going, never enough to reset it. Different people, same direction. And when you really look at it, it's not even about what they're saying, it's about what they've already seen. Nobody's guessing. They've watched how things move, how long something sits, what actually gets reacted to. And once that becomes familiar, everything starts lining up with it. You start noticing the timing, how long things stretch, how long they sit before anything really changes. And once that rhythm is clear, everything follows it. Now things start picking up speed. What used to take time doesn't anymore. What used to feel space stops and is stacking. Now you're not checking, you're pushing. Now it feels like something. Now or as weight. And this is where people say it comes out of nowhere. Nope. It just didn't stand out early enough. And you've probably seen this before. Something sits for a long time, then all of a sudden everything hits all at once. Nothing actually started in that moment. You're just seeing everything that built up. Now you're inside process, notices, timelines, steps that have to be followed. And once you're there, everything slows down. And this is where the shift really matters. There was a time when authority didn't move like this. It wasn't perfect, and it definitely leaned on fear more than it should have. But it was consistent. If something was out of line, the response didn't change. It didn't depend on timing or the situation or how the situation felt that day. The outcome stayed the same. Some people didn't watch to figure out, they already knew. Now everything runs through courts, processes, timelines, and that part matters because the old way had problems we don't want back. But something came with it: space, time between action and consequence. And once that space exists, people start reading it. They see how long things sit, what actually triggers movement, what doesn't. And over time, they adjust to it, not as strategy, just naturally, because they're living inside it. And once that pattern is understood, it repeats. That's the shift from something that held to something that moves. And when it moves, it gets tested. Bring it back. This didn't start when it got serious. It started when it still felt small, when it didn't stand out, when it didn't feel like something that needed to be tightened. That's where the direction got set. By the time you're in court, you're not dealing with a moment. You're dealing with everything that led up to it. It doesn't break when it escalates. It breaks when it first starts to move, and nobody treats it like it matters yet.